The council meeting today, November 4th, 2024, and you all rise and join me in the pledge of allegiance. And this morning, we read the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mary, please that roll call.
Mayor Pro Tem Scott Funk,
Present.
Councilmember Liz Silva,
Present.
Councilmember Lorraine Worthy,
Present.
Councilmember Mario Orozco,
Present.
and Mayor Jose Rios.
Present. All right, moving on the agenda, first order of business is we have the Gonzales Youth Council, the new members presentation.
Yes, we'll, let's go up to. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jessica Olmedo. I am one of the Youth Council advisors. My co-advisor Cindy Aguilar was unable to make it tonight. But I wanted to take the time to introduce our Youth Council for the 2024-2025 school year and give them the time to present themselves. These are some really bright and amazing students. I also want to acknowledge that this does mark the 10th year of the founding of the Gonzales Youth Council. And without further ado, I'll go ahead and turn it over to our commissioners.
Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. I hope we're all having a good Monday so far. So excited to introduce everybody. Just a refresher, I am this year's commissioner alongside with Miss Emily. My name is Valeria Cardenas. I've been a part of the GYC for 3 years now. Last year was an ambassador, this year I'm a commissioner, and I'm just really excited for you all to get to meet this GYC this year. I'm really happy with the turnout, and everybody here is amazing and very passionate about their big whys. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Valeria. Of course, I'm Emily Mendez. I am also this year's GYC commissioner. I am a senior this year at GHS, and I'm excited for this year, just seeing how everything turns out, also including our very first, at least this year, 8th grader and our youth council. So we are including middle school, which I'm really excited about, and it's working out really well. So I'm excited for them to introduce themselves. But for them not here, I'll introduce our youth council.
Good afternoon. My name is Cristina Garcia. I am a senior this year in high school, and I'm going to be a project leader for this year's GYC.
Hello, my name is Suri Palomares. I am a senior at the high school, and I will be a youth council member.
Good afternoon. My name is Dania Rosales. I'm a senior, and this is my first year in the Gonzales Youth Council, which I'm very excited about. And I am to be working on the project about improving education at GHS.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Orlando Rodriguez Perez. I am a freshman in high school, and this will be my first year in the Gonzales Youth Council. I am primarily focusing on housing and tenant rights.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ricardo Rodriguez Perez. I am currently a junior this year in high school, and my main focus on is housing and tenants' rights.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Isabella Camargo. I'm a junior at Gonzales High School, and I'm really excited about, well, this is my first year in the youth council, and I'm really excited.
Good evening. My name is Leo Asher. I'm in 8th grade. This is my first year at GYC, and my main focus is transitioning the GYC members from their first big project to the next.
This is our GYC.
Very nice. Thank you so much for coming.
Welcome.
I'd invite you to stay. It's going to be a really brief meeting. And at least I have anything to do with it. But please, if you unless you have homework, then I totally understand. Go on home. All righty, moving on. The next item of business is business from the public not on the agenda. Any member of the public may address the council for a period not to exceed 3 minutes on anything not on the agenda. The council will listen to all communications, but may take no action and will make no comments towards the presentation.
All right, Henry Martinez Jr. Let me give you a bit of update on the firework people that went to court. Some of them took the 4 years probation, no fines. A few of them went all the way and got 40 hours of community service and no fines. And there's still one person going all the way who I'm yet to still hear what's going on with those cases. So it seems like no one is paying anything of these fines for these fireworks. So that's the update I got. Now, I got a huge problem. They came and picked up my dad from front of my house in the middle of the night. What was it, about 6, 7 o'clock? How many officers? My cameras in the house got the whole damn thing. Then lo and behold, I get more calls saying that this incident happened in the police station. And I don't know what the hell is going on. So now I call the manager, called her, asking her, what's going on with my complaints that I got? I didn't get no phone call from her, and it's been what, 6 days? And then I get a random call from a random officer telling me that our police complaints, mine, is wrapped up. I was like, how can you wrap that up if you haven't even attempted to gather any kind of evidence? So who's hiding what? Then they tell me they got some paper for me at the police station. I called the police station. We ain't got no paper. I called an officer. We ain't got no paper. The same stuff they told me, they told my dad, and he gets arrested. So what? I'm here now. I dare you to come pick me up because shit, I ain't got nothing better to do. I got my dad out within minutes.
Yes. Mr. Martinez, please watch your language and
I expect things done. There's a failure. There's a process that needs to happen, isn't happening. City manager failed her part. My complaint is somewhere hidden in this city, is invalid. And then what? I'm pretty sure the rest of the people who got complaints and got attacked by these officers, nothing's done. So what has to be done? I got no problem going against the police again. I made a joke of your last person. I'll make a joke of you too. So I'm asking for the city to do something before I start doing things because it's not going to be fun.
thank you, Mr. Martinez, for your comments. Anyone else? Mr. Martinez?
April Martinez.
April, I'm sorry, April. I apologize. You know my.
Okay. I have a couple of problems. First off, what is up with the police department arresting my dad in front of our property? Just like that, snatch and grab. My son was home, he was in our yard. He didn't get no phone call to family, no nothing. And then he has a panic attack at the police station and they won't even let ambulance people in or fire department in. And he has medication to take and they didn't do nothing about it. On the other hand, I had a police complaint. I gave it to city manager. They said they didn't even receive mine. So I'm wondering what is up with your city manager. She's doing a good job, but where are all the police complaint forms going? Because if they didn't receive mine, then who else are they not receiving by other people? And I'm gonna make another one, and I'm gonna take it out of the. I have a copy, and I'm gonna take it out of the city. I'm sorry, I don't wanna do this to you, Mr. Mayor, but nothing's going right here. They're hiding stuff, what's going on? You guys need to do your job. And I'm just saying, if you guys mess with my family anymore, I'm gonna go outside of this whole town, go above you. Mr. Jose Rios, I respect you, I respect the city council. But something needs to be done about all these police officers not doing their job and anybody else not doing their job. And the firefighters are doing way more better than the police department is. They deserve more than the police department does. They need a new fire truck, give them a new fire truck, please. They deserve better than the police department. This department gets anything they ask for. Firefighters, what do they get? They have to go through stages. Police department just get them like that. Please do your jobs.
Thank you, Ms. Martinez. Anyone else? Okay.
Henry Martinez, last Saturday, I was picked up. I told the police officer in front of the sergeant, get my medical bag in the van. Also has, where is it? My panic attack medication. And they refused to take it. I spent 17 hours without the nighttime meds for my diabetes and other stuff. I spent the whole morning to 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Sunday, not taking care of my diabetic meeting. Wasn't able to read my glucose because I have my meter in here too. They refused to get my bag. And get back to the incident. On 4th of July, I was not involved in the scuffle they had. I was being a reporter for Gonzales Real News. I was standing holding my phone like this, recording the incident so I can send it to Gonzales Real News so they can post it on their website, what 9 officers were doing. And all of a sudden I get hit by a police officer twice and turned off my phone. That is the crime of itself, a crime, turning off my phone. I was a reporter, innocent bystander, and I was attacked. And then he says I allegedly interfered with the investigation. My investigation, the one I filed the complaint on the officer, you 3 council members have been here for 15, 20 years are responsible for their attitudes. We filed complaints on him 10 years ago, and you made him chief. We filed a complaint on the captain. You made him captain. I filed complaints, multiple complaints on the sergeant, and you made him sergeant. We filed multiple complaints on the corporal, and you promoted him to corporal. The night that they came to my house, 4 officers were the lead group, including him. He gave me a ticket. He didn't hurt me. Gave me a ticket for allegedly running the stop sign when he was parked in the red zone. To chase me, he ran the stop sign, almost crashed into a car because he ran off of 10th Street, the blind corner with the plants. And I filed a complaint on that. I didn't file a complaint on the ticket. I complained to him running the stop sign and almost stopping in the middle of the road on main Alta. Never got a hold of that. Perez, we filed a complaint on him, multiple complaints. And they were the front officers attacking my family. We told him numerous of times, please do not send officers over to the house that have complaints on us. All it does is aggravate us, don't make us want to cooperate. We told them, you have other officers, send those first, and then we're in cooperative.
Thank
We'll
you,
work
Mr.
with them.
Martinez. I apologize
Yeah,
for your time.
no, I'll be back next week.
Thank you. This is one more? Okay.
Roman Barba. Last time I came to the meeting, can't remember when I brought it up, but on Fifth Street, right next to the water tank, I said there was 1 dead tree. There's actually 3 dead trees there. So they need to be removed. Because there's not 1 green leaf on that, any of those trees. Now, one's a humongous tree, the other ones are medium-sized trees. But I was listening to Mr. Martinez speak over here too. If someone files a written complaint to the city or to the school, whatever, under the Brown Act, you have 10 days to respond to a complaint that's written. So if you don't respond within the 10 days, they give you you have to have another written letter, hand it to them stating why you haven't, finished that complaint within the 10 days. So they give you 4 days after that. So, that could be a violation of the Brown Act that's going on here. So, I was reading into the Brown Act and stuff like that, but if the police department's not following up on complaint forms, something has to be done. That's a violation of the Brown Act. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else from the public?
Yes.
Yes, awesome.
Henry Martinez III. I want to congrats my friend being the youth because he's been helping me during the football practice. Always like to go there every time. I told him because I'm middle of a workout trying to set a max point for me on deadlift. Back when I was living down in Paso, I did deadlift 600 pounds. And right now I'm at 405. It helps me a lot. So when I witnessed that night on Saturday, it's really hectic. It's hard, and I always supportive every time. And some cops I do like because they're chill. I was right by them every time, be friendly. To some parts where at the night when I saw my grandpa got picked up by Officer Perez, and I got 2 officers guided me with the weapons and their batons, and I told him I would stand up for myself, and threatened me multiple times. And I love this place. This is my home. I help the school out. I clean up trash. I always clean up after myself. And sometimes in the morning I go out and hang out at the school with the principal. Always telling him, am I okay to come here? He said, yeah. And he told me, as long as you're safe here, we keep you safe there. And I just want to have a good city. The roads needs to be done, needs to be worked on, cover all potholes everywhere. Expand the bridge a little more because it's a little tight. Every time people use bikes, I've been seeing that every time I go to Taco Bell. And sometimes I see people driving very fast down the school lanes. And I was telling them to stop driving fast. It's like a 25 zone or 15 zone. Tell them slow down. There's kids crossing the road. And so he got all mad at me. So I was like, okay, that's fine. I walked away. And always supported the school, supported my family for years. And been taking care of myself. And I'm trying to stay healthy. Trying not to have a high cholesterol. And I really want the fire chief and the fire department needs new trucks and they need new everything, new building, expand it. A new driveway, make it all nice. Just honestly get the road work done, paint the sidewalks red, because I see some people parked in red zones. And we had a red zone in front of our house, still need to be painted. Still not done the paperwork yet, but yeah, life is hard for me and trying to go to the Army.
Thank you, Mr. Martinez. Your time is up. One more, great.
Ruben Zarita, Fireworks Safety Committee. Need, Mr. Mayor, City Council. I need to speak to the council about reinstituting our committee. I've been trying to get it started since August again. I'd like to get it as soon as possible. I've been unsuccessful with little to no cooperation from certain people. Me and Carmen have been trying, but we haven't been able to hook up and get the committee going. I've secured funds for additional resources for another drone, another officer being trained, maybe even more, but I can't emphasize the emphasis of getting the committee started. I need the committee to get the funds appropriated to us, to the city of Gonzales.
So is it an issue of the people that were part of that?
I just need to get the committee to meet, to have us meet. You guys can each get a board member. It doesn't even matter, even if it's a police department, fire chief, Carmen, and your representative from the city, a council member. I just need to have the meeting so that my person can come down and speak to them personally and award the money to us. Anyone involved in the committee knows that This was just the beginning. This was just a start to get the ideas out there for us and other cities. Now we have the opportunity to not just involve Gonzales, but we have Soledad, Greenfield, King City can also get additional funds. I just need this meeting started. On top of that, there's already in the works to have a meeting between all the cities so that we're all on the same page and we're all using each other's information to help the city get a curb on the fireworks. Also, there's also talks in the works to help Chular, because I guess Chular was completely out of control. Understanding that's not in our area, but the person I'm dealing with is talking with this Monterey County Sheriff's Department to help Chular out in that area. And it's not just resources for us, it's for all 4 cities. So this whole thing is gonna cover the whole South County area. Any help the council, mayor, you guys can give me in getting this meeting started so I can get these resources going. And even the prices on the drone, the training, maybe more, and I'm talking about maybe 2 bicycles. It's greatly appreciated. So if you guys can help me, the thing is, I've got to act quick. I can't keep putting this off. I've been trying since August to get this thing going, Carmen. And if I could just get it going, we can go forward. It's not just gonna help us, it's gonna help a lot of other cities.
Thank you, Mr. Zarita. That'll be regularly.
So, do you want to ask your question?
Yeah. So Ruben is saying that he needs to get the committee together. Are the people that were on the original committee not available? Is that what the problem is?
There's 3 people that were active. 2 are, the other 2, obviously Mr. Zurita, the other 2 are Mr. Larry Rodriguez. I always want to call him Larry Hernandez, who was a Spanish singer. Larry Rodriguez and Eddie Ramirez. And
They're busy.
they instructed that they were still interested in being part of the committee. But if the council wants to form an official committee, it might be wise to include other people as well. Just so that it's not just the 3 of them. If one can't attend, others could attend too. So, I mean, that is a question. If there's a formal committee, we need to take that up. We've been, as Mr. Zurita mentioned, we've been trying to meet. It's a matter of setting up a date. I've invited him to come and meet, but it's just a matter of getting it on the books and seeing if there's others who want to join that conversation. So we'll set something up.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Martinez. Anyone else from the public wishing to speak on any item not on the agenda? I see no rush to the podium, then I'll go ahead and ask Estella. Estella, do we have any? No comments via Zoom? Mary, do you have any comments via email?
No comments via email.
All right, then I'll go ahead and close this portion of the meeting.
Through the chair, I just did want to note for the record that the city's police department did receive complaints from Henry Martinez Jr. and April Martinez. Those complaints now have been completed. The investigations have been completed and notices regarding the same should be sent out this week. I also wanted to note that the Brown Act has nothing to do with the timeline for the completion of an investigation on a complaint that we received.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you for clarifying.
Rodriguez, thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you for your follow-up. All righty. That being said, that portion is closed. Let's bring it back to council for the consent agenda. If you've all had an opportunity to review that, I'd appreciate either a nomination or a vote to go ahead and move this forward.
So move.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, I believe staff has something on the next agenda item.
Yes, Mayor, council members, we are going to go ahead and table the chief's progress report on the Alta property to another date. So that will be continued.
Thank you.
At this point, I need to let you know that I have another event that I need to be at. So I will remove myself from the dais and turn things over to Mr. Funk. I do just want to make my oral communications regarding the one thing that I attended was TAMSI. Really, the whole discussion was, we had a closed session item, but the biggest part of the discussion was the Highway 68 corridor. So staff came in with a proposal to do the first 4 intersections as you go down 68 from Salinas. The audience felt that we needed to look at all 9 until you get to Monterey. So TAMSI board decided that we would go ahead and do all 9 rather than just the 4. So it was 400,000 and we went up to 950,000. So we all agreed that that was a good expenditure of Measure X funds. And that's the only committee I was able to attend. So if you'll excuse me, Mr. Funk,
Yeah.
here's all yours, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Myself out of the council chamber.
And with that, we'll move to the update from the Gonzalez Youth Council.
For this month's report of the Gonzalez Youth Council, we've had updates with our SOUR survey with our project management with Dr. Lovell. That survey has been completed so far. We haven't had our meetings for this month as yet. Our next meeting will be next week on Thursday. We had opportunity to partner up with Sun Street Center to table at the Fairview Middle School. For Red Ribbon Week. So we had a great time with that. We had volunteers from both high school go over there during the middle school's lunch period. And that was a great opportunity for us to like mingle with and to get to know more for drug prevention. And then maybe you want to add?
Yeah. And then to also add on, me, Valeria, and alongside most of these members behind me got to visit the construction site. And so we had a good time right there. We watched the video on how to wear everything and just an informative video, and also walking and seeing like inside was it was really nice. I was so surprised in all the progress and knowing where everything was going to be placed and meeting the team again. It's really nice to see Mr. Luis and Mr. Ron, but it was really amazing, and we're excited for our next meeting, which would be of course coming up, and we will be doing the furniture sit test where we get to choose kind of what furniture we want. But yeah, that's our update for this week.
Awesome. Thank you very much. And with that, we'll move forward to updates from the City Council, business, let's see, Salinas Valley Recycles.
Yes, so our next meeting will be on Thursday, November 21st, 6 p.m. here in the council chambers. At that point, I believe we will probably know a lot of the results from tomorrow's election, the local elections, which could have an effect on our board, but we'll wait to see. What the board has just completed is their annual evaluations on the executive director and our counsel or attorney. And that's all I have.
Thank you. And let's see, next one is updates from the Measure K Oversight Committee.
We had a meeting last week and we approved as a committee the community action grants. That will come up at our next city council meeting for approval.
Lorraine, I have a question. Do you still have a vacancy on the committee?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, we do. Do we have 2? Yeah.
2 vacancies.
Anybody is interested, we're looking for a youth representative there. Just putting it out there since all of you guys are in the room still. We meet. Yeah, it's not a huge commitment, but I hear it's a fun committee. You get to designate funding and get to make some decisions, important decisions. So if you're interested, let Jessica or myself know.
Great, thank you. And with that, we'll move to oral communication from the council. We'll start at the end. Councilmember Worthy.
We have a pretty active week this week. We are honoring veterans. I'll let Carmen.
Mr. Martinez, please leave. Please leave the. Recess. All right, thank you. We're going to resume our regular meeting and we'll continue with the council member comments.
We have a pretty active week this week. We are honoring our veterans in honor of Veterans Day, which is next week. Carmen will talk a little bit about what's happening at Central Park, but at the Fairview Middle School, there will be an assembly at 1 o'clock on Wednesday. And after that, the veterans and some of the students and teachers will go over to the American Legion Hall and we will have refreshments afterwards, coffee and water and that sort of thing. So anyone that would like to come and join, please do. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Councilmember Silva.
Thank you, Scott. Okay, so I'm going to back up just a bit. With regards to the Salinas Valley Solid Waste Authority, I forgot to mention that on Saturday, November 16th, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., the public is invited to Wally's Recycle Festival, which will be up at the Johnson Canyon Landfill at the Education Center. So if you plan to go out there, just follow the arrows and the directions, and it's up at the Education Center. I hope some of you are able to attend. On Halloween, the local American Legion Auxiliary Unit, which both Lorraine and I are a part of, we are both members, we provided 100 goodie bags to trick-or-treaters, and we were treated because last year was our first year. We probably didn't even give out 50 bags last year, and we probably could have given out 200 this year. So we appreciate everybody who came out. All ages, all costumes, nobody was really turned away. So thank you, and I hope we can continue this safe event every year going forward. This Saturday at 5 p.m. at the Salinas High Pit, the Gonzales High football team will have their senior night. As many of you know, our stadium is not usable this year. I hope it comes back into use next year, but we've had to use several different stadiums, local stadiums, and this will be the culmination of their football season. So I hope to see a lot of black and orange out there Saturday evening. JV starts at 5 o'clock, varsity starts at 7:30. Finally, on Monday, November 11th at 2 p.m., I think it's the 14th annual Veterans Day Parade in Salinas. It starts at Salinas High parking lot and it will go north on Main Street and it will conclude at the Steinbeck Center. I will be handing out flags like I normally do. And I invite people to come out. I know it's a holiday for schools. I know it's a holiday for many places that are employment places. So I hope to see you all out there in your red, white, and blue. The Grand Marshal this year is John Macias, who grew up here. He was a principal at the high school for a while. Then he transferred to Salinas High, and he is very involved in our veteran activities here in the county. So let's honor our vets. Let's not forget them. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Councilmember Roscoe.
Yes, thank you. I'd like to thank the staff and the community members who participated in the trunk and treat event that was held. It was well attended, a lot of participants, a lot of kids in really cute costumes and adults as well. And I know it's just a lot of work that goes into putting these events together. So Carmen, I want to thank you and the staff and again, those who participated. It was a great event and well attended. And I also want to say that I did attend along with Councilmember Silva. We attended the meeting that took place in Chular regarding the improvements that are being proposed on the 101. And they had a really great presentation. I was able to talk to a rep from Caltrans and did mention that, well, those improvements are great. We have a bridge that still needs to be improved and worked on. So the Caltrans rep did offer to come and speak to us on where they were with certain projects, whether they follow through or not, but it's a good conversation to have with them. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And for myself, no additional comments for tonight. We'll move to update from our city manager.
Yes, just a few brief things. So first of all, I want to invite you once again to the Veterans Day celebration that we are doing this as our first year at noon at Central Park. We will be unveiling the the signs of our distinguished veterans that have served. So we hope you will be able to join us. As Ms. Worthy mentioned, after that, there's a celebration, a continued assembly at the Fairview Joint Gym, being put on by ASB, the ASB Club. And then afterwards, there's treats at the American Legion Hall after the assembly. So a day of events to honor our local veterans. So hope you can join us. We also plan to host a joint meeting with the City Council and the Planning Commission on November 12th, which will be an overview of the Vista Lucia project. So we will do a workshop, making sure you have that on your calendars. Holiday Lights is December 7th at 4:30. And then the Parade of Lights, December 14th at 7 p.m. So we have a list of events coming up real fast, and we're already almost to the holidays. So things are creeping up, and then the new year will be here before we know it. So just getting those on your calendar. That's all I have. And Chief had one thing.
Yeah, the SPCA will be here again to do a low-cost vaccination clinic at the police department out front on Wednesday, November 13th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. The vaccines are only $25 each for all dogs and puppies, 25 for rabies, TAPPI 25, microchips 25, and there's no appointment needed. Just show up and stand in line, wait your turn, and well, they'll get to you, as they can. So Wednesday, November 13th, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the police department.
Thank you, Chief. Any other updates from the department heads?
Yes, so update from Public Works. Today was the first day of construction on the industrial wastewater pipeline project, 10,000 feet of pipe. And we have our groundbreaking set for Friday, November 22nd. And that's it from Public Works.
Great, thank you. All right, any other updates from department heads? Okay. All right, thank you. And before we move to our closed session, we do want to honor a moment of silence.
Thank you. I would like for us to take a moment, have a moment of silence in honor of Mr. Roberto Uribe Mata. He was the founder of our sister city organization, and he passed away last week. He had been the president for over close to 17 or 20 years, and they will be having services and a ceremony for him in Mexico. So I asked Jose before he left if we could have a moment of silence, and also perhaps maybe to do a letter of appreciation or a resolution in his honor, and Jose agreed to do so. So I'll check with Carmen on that. But thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. And with that, we'll move to closed session. Any member of the public may address the council on closed session items appearing on the agenda. Speakers shall have a limited time of 3 minutes. Please be brief and to the point. The item is the city council recess to closed session to meet with its designated representatives regarding the labor relations matters pursuant to Government Code Section 54957.6. The employee groups are GPOA, GSOA, Partners and Allied Trades District Council 26, International Firefighters Local 5388, and unrepresented employees. Do we have any comments from the public? And I was not seeing anything in public. Did we have anything via Zoom or?
No comments via Zoom.
Thank you. And did we receive any emails on this
No
item?
comments via email.
Great, thank you. And with that, we will move to closed session. Thank you.